on purpose. You saw what happened with Steven Crowder, dude?
Yeah, man.
That is nuts.
That video that came out.
Refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I do have
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. How do you man? How do you man? Receive love and respect.
Respect.
No. How do you man? No, you're not taking love.
Steven,
You're not taking the car.
Steven,
You are not.
then I will ask someone to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not about Steven.
Give it an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're gonna take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
What?
I'm even afraid to say, hey, I used to like Steven Crowder, his content, like, but now, like, I didn't know he was a wife abuser. You know what I mean? Like,
and she's pregnant, man. Like,
yeah. For those of you who don't know, Steven Crowder's in a bit of a hot water, I guess you can say, because a video came out of him, can only be described as verbally abusing his 8-month pregnant wife. Pretty black and white in the context of the video, where he's just sitting down on the couch and he's telling her what to do, and then he's like, you're not doing wifely, and I'm paraphrasing here, go watch the video, guys, see for yourself, but he's out here saying, oh, you're not doing wifely things, you're not feed the dog and go grocery shopping, and she's like, I need the car, and he's like, no, I don't, you're not using the car. Like, a lot of things just don't make sense in that video.
yeah, there's a lot of messed up things. Not only is she pregnant and stuff, he's giving her a hard time.
That's the thing, yeah. Like, I can get you might have issues with your wife, but your kids aren't even born yet. You at least want to, like, find common ground as much as you can for the sake of the health of the kids. Otherwise, you're putting her through a lot of stress unnecessarily.
Yeah, so now that they're getting divorced, right?
Yeah, she filed for divorce. Everybody's coming after Crowder. Candance Owens is actually supposedly, if I'm not mistaken, go watch Candance Owens because I don't want to get sued, but Candance Owens supposedly is engaging her lawyers now for a defamation lawsuit against Steven Crowder.
Oh, wow.
I think Steven Crowder hinted at that she was allegedly extorting him, kind of like hanging, from what I can gather, kind of hanging the secret over his head, like she knew.
So do they have like a friendship or a relationship?
Well, Steven Crowder and Louder Crowder, they're because they're in the conservative space, the Daily Wire.
Yeah.
They brush shoulders. They roll in the same circles, and I guess they knew that he was getting a divorce because this divorce was happening for 2 years already. It's been in the process.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not just. But the video just came out recently.
So wait, so during that video, they were in the process of getting divorced?
No, I don't think so. I think now they're in the process of getting divorced. That video's a couple of years old, but it's just it's just one of those things like. Look at all the exciting stuff that goes on in this relationship.
Yeah.
And but basically, he was like, you say you love me, but every time I ask you to do something, you always say, you just, you don't want to, or you just refuse. And then he's like, feed the dog, put on some gloves, feed the dog. And she's like, well, I don't want to, I think it was like if she touches the dog medication, it could be poisonous dangerous to the pregnancy. And he was like, well, put on some gloves and feed the dogs. Put on some gloves. Like, there's just no angle that you look at this makes him look good. The only thing you can kind of think of is maybe their relationship is good, and this is just one of those points in, like every relationship, you have not so good arguments, and somebody looks not too good. A lot of you guys, you've been in relationships where you've kind of done or said stuff, or somebody's done and said stuff to you. They're like, who is this person? A little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
the only thing. But even then, man, that's a bit of a stretch because, dude, she was pregnant.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like it was something that's not new in their relationship.
Dude, what's
based on the way he was like talking to her and the way she was acting. It's not like she acted like, oh my God, like, why are you treating me like this? Like, it was some new attitude.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, she was like, you're being verbally abusive. That to me seemed like an act. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for the camera. But she was like, you're being verbally abusive. He was like, watch it. It's like, or what, dude? Like,
yeah, right?
I mean,
threatening her.
Yeah. Like, he's like, watch it. And then, like, I don't know if you heard, but, like, supposedly later on in the video, he tells her, like, He's like he'll mess her up.
Oh, really? I didn't get to that part. No way.
Yeah. He was like, I think he even admitted it allegedly. You know, we got to use that word a lot. Like he
Yeah.
even admitted it allegedly that he was like, I will mess you up, or it was more profane than that. It's like, I'll freak you up.
Wow.
Yeah. It's his pregnant
It's
wife,
his
dude.
pregnant wife, bro. What the
And
hell?
then I like how people were like, they were like pointing out certain other inconsistencies. Like, why do they only have one car? Isn't he rich?
Wow.
But then she was like, I'll take an Uber. It's like, you can't do that either.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
Very controlling.
you're coming across as extremely unreasonable. And then she was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'll call somebody. Who would you like me to call? And he was like, I guess he took that as a threat or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think? You think something happened in the relationship?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. It seems like this is not something new that's been going on in the relationship. And also it seems like, you know, regardless of you know, having maybe cheating happened or something happened, right? Something's been going on that's
Watch
not-
it. Watch it.
Oh, yeah, allegedly, right? Whatever was going wrong in the relationship prior to that, like we have to like take into consideration, like, bro, she's pregnant, man. Like,
That's what gets me too, right? Because it's like you can have issues with your wife. I get
Yeah.
it. Sometimes, and you know, sometimes you don't like your partner. You're not gonna you love your partner. Like love is the foundation of a relationship, right? And everything else is built on top of that. Trust, you know, whatever other emotions, even like sometimes you just don't like your partner like a day, like, oh, I don't like you right now, leave me alone type of deal.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you threaten physical abuse on your partner, let alone your pregnant partner,
yeah, with your child,
with your child,
with your child, yeah,
right? You start, you know, you start getting weird looks, and rightfully so,
Yeah.
in my opinion, because, you know, I think some people believed that the way Steven Crowder acted on camera could be, it's a bit of an act. You know what I mean? It's exactly the same, and sad to say, man, it's not looking too good for Steven Crowder right now.
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, one of his boys.
Has he said anything? Has he?
I think he said something about coming out with some details and exposing some other stuff. It's a divorce, man. I don't understand why it needs to get this public now. Everybody's involved type of
Yeah,
divorce.
I think it's gotten to the point now that they released this video. It's like he's probably trying to
And-
spin it a different way, you know.
And for his wife too, I don't. Obviously, it's messed up that what they did with Steven. But why did you feel the need to release that video? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I don't get. Oh, you know what? If unless my timelines are incorrect, I think Steven Crowder actually he came out and he said he's divorcing her,
Okay.
or not that he's going through a divorce, and then he came out and said that he takes responsibility and that when it came time, paraphrasing here, when it came time to choosing a partner, he chose wrong.
Ooh.
And so, if my timelines are correct, I think the video came out shortly afterwards. Like,
Okay.
oh, you chose wrong? Boom, here it is.
Got it. Yeah. So she was probably trying to, you know, show the audience or show, you know, the people that watch that video, like, hey, you know, it's
It's not that he chose wrong, it's
Yeah,
that he
he's-
was verbally abusive, and
Yeah.
I just was not able to deal with it anymore. But I don't know, man. And one of his friends came out talking about how Steven Crowder was I don't want to say verbally abused. I feel like I've been throwing that word around. It's something Landau. I think one of his friends that was a regular on the show, he came out. And he was kind of like airing out some like dirty laundry from the Louder with Crowder show.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And not to mention, not to harp on this for too much, but I don't know if you know, but Steven Crowder was offered a deal by the Daily Wire.
Yeah, I heard about
It's
that.
like 50 mil with like 12.5 mil every year or something like that. And Steven Crowder felt disrespected at the deal. He felt like he was taken advantage of. And then like he recorded a conversation with like supposed friends, professional
Yeah.
friends, like, you know, not Ben Shapiro, but the other guy. I forgot his name, who owns the Daily Wire. And he aired out the conversation that they had and the contracts and all that stuff. It's like,
What was the conversation they had?
no, it was like, yeah, you know, you'll do this and you'll do this. Yeah, you might, you know, you'll work on this for a few years, but hey, look, man, just, you know, pay, and I guess basically paying your dues. And I guess
Yeah.
Steven Crowder was like, so wait, if I get demonetized from YouTube, you guys won't pay me? That's not fair. It was like, well, they invested money in you to make money. You don't want to be operating at a loss. So people were already looking at Steven Crowder a little funny style with that. Shout out to Pat Beck David. He actually had Steven Crowder on the show a couple of months ago to kind of like openly talk about that.
Yeah. So that deal's off the table, right?
Would you make a deal with somebody who did that?
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, I I hope Hillary, which is Steven Crowder's wife, name ironically.
Wow.
I hope she's okay, man. I really hope that they stop airing out these things. And if they keep airing it out, we're gonna keep giving you content on it. You know what I'm talking about? Respectfully. But I just don't like when divorces like this happen and everybody has to know about it and everybody has to air out everybody's dirty laundry. Like I feel like that's so unnecessary, man. That's so unnecessary.
Yeah, they should have just kept it private.
That divorce already looked like it was messy, and now it just got even messier.
Yeah.